What up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. One question: Glock or Sig? What are you choosing? What do you prefer? Now, if you were in the market for an everyday carry, both of them are one of the most popular. Actually, both are the most popular everyday carries. What we got here is your Glock 43X, and we got a Sig P365X. One holds 15, the other 17. Both are ultra concealable. What are you choosing? Glock or Sig? You know, generally, Glock is, it's considered more durable and more reliable. And, Sig, it's known for its, ergonomics and, just how easy it is to carry. Not to mention the fact that, 17 round mag, and, let's not forget the simplicity of Glock. You know, Glock just has, just a straightforward, design. It's square, it's blocky, that's basically it. You know, the only, what I love about the concealability factor with this one is, you can take your FCU out, put it in a smaller grip. If you feel that, you're getting printing, you can put this 12 round mag onto this one here, and then all of a sudden it eliminates the printing. So that's what I like about this one. It's just very, very modular. And one thing I do like about this one too, it comes with an external safety, which is located right there. That external safety, it'll come in handy if you're new to shooting. If you're real comfortable with it, then there's really no need for an external safety if you're comfortable carrying, if you're comfortable shooting. So that's the difference between these two, is one has an external safety, the other doesn't. Both very, very similar in size. Only difference is when you get this out of the box, it comes with a 10 round mag. That is 12. So there's just a little bit difference. I mean, yeah, there's tons of aftermarket parts, but when you're getting something out of the box, that's what you're gonna be rocking with, maybe the first few days or so. But, just to go over these two again, out of the box, this is 10. Out of the box, this is 12. You can do little changes here and there. But I do have the PSA mag on there. That is 15. And so far, it's been working for me. I've had one hiccup with it, but overall, it's been working. So I'm very happy with it. This one, on the other hand, zero problems, zero issues. What I even did with that one right there, I beat the crap out of it with this little weight right here. It's just a 15-pound weight, but I was hitting the back of it. Boom, boom, boom. Hit the side of it really hard just to see if it'll go off, and it didn't. So I was very impressed with this one right here, due to the fact that it is a Sig Sauer. And Sig is going through a little bit of controversy right now with those 320s going off on people unexpectedly. So I understand the scrutiny. I can understand why people are not choosing to go with Sig. This model, on the other hand, it's a little bit different. This one here, it's been tested, and I honestly think that Sig improved the 365X based off of all their fuck ups on the 320. That's how I feel. Because everybody knows that 320, it's very, very known for unintentionally firing. You don't even have to pull the trigger. I see videos of dudes holstering and it goes off. I've holstered this one about 1,000,000 times, just screwing around with it, taking it out and, practicing dry fire and what have you. This one here, I trust that one with my life. So, if you were to choose between Glock and Sig, what are you choosing? What would be your choice? Type down below, right there. I like to know. I like to see what you guys are rocking with. I like to see what you guys think. Glock or Sig? Chime down below. Let's see. See what kind of responses we can get. Glock or Sig? Now everybody knows this brand speaks for itself. This is the brand you kinda gotta stick up for. Staccato XC. Damn. Yeah, no, that's baller stuff right there. This is the poor man's channel right here. Glock or Sig. When I step my game up, I'll get a staccato. But right now, I'm just a year into this, so this is the poor man's channel. We're just with the, regular stuff that regular people can buy. I'm not at the staccato yet. I carry Glock and Sig, both winners. Hell yeah. 365 Radium build. Hell yeah, Blackberry. That Radium, super, super dope. Every video I see on it, that thing is super, super flat. I'm planning on getting a Radium for that one, so that's in the works. Because every video that I see on that Radium, super, super sweet. I got a neck seat 2 days ago and love it. And Sig wins. Only the 320 with the curved trigger has problems. I don't know. I've heard a lot of a lot of the 320s have problems. So I don't know. I don't know if it's just one particular model, but I don't know if I personally would trust a 320. I'm just not there yet. I'm just not there. But I've seen that new 320 M17. Damn, that thing is sweet. But then again, it's a 320, so you never know. So that's why, for the time being right now, I'm sticking with either Glock or Sig. That's what I'm sticking with right now. What are you guys rocking with besides staccatos? I have three 320s, none with the curved trigger, tens of thousands of rounds through, never had one problem. See, like, I don't know, man. I mean, I personally don't think it's all the 320s. I don't know. It's just, it's kind of hard to tell. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Because even at that time, I mean, when I remember at one point, the guy at Academy showed me a 320 and was trying to convince me to get one. Obviously I went with Glock because, Glock is Glock. What more do you need to say about Glock? But yeah, he was trying to sell me a 320, and I don't know, I just didn't like the way it looked at that time. I felt it was just a little too bulky. Again, it's my preference, how I felt. I felt it was too bulky. And then again, people feel like Glocks are too blocky, so, it's all preference. It is all preference. But if you have 320s that haven't gone off yet, more power to you, brother. More power to you. It says the 365X macro with the Icarus precision Oh shit! I have the 36. I also have a 365 XL that's ported, and I have the metal Icarus Ace grip module. Timothy, it's pretty sweet, man. Really, really sweet. In fact, I probably should have brought that one out, but yeah, no, man, I am a big fan of the 365 variant. I love them. I got my X, I got my XL, and I all did little adjustments to them just to make them cooler. Now, even the way this started out, it was just started out with just with their, regular 12 round mag, and Wilson Comet came out with that snub nose frame for that 17 round flush fit mag, so I had to grab it. And overall, it's a good little balance. I call it my little mini snub nose because it's a sizable little snub nose revolver, from front to back, but it holds 18 in total, so it's pretty sweet. Glocks are nice but basic, and I have the 365 Icarus Evo aluminum. Hell yeah, Sam! I got the same one. I love it. I love my metal Icarus frame. It is sweet. Whichever wins, do that versus Shadow Systems. Oh shit. Yeah, I'd run my Glock 45 with the little, adjustments I made to it up against any Shadow Systems. That'd be sweet. 365X macro. Levan Rojas. Hell yeah. 365. Hell yeah. That's right, baby. The 365 is getting some love. I see why. It's all around. It's a sweet piece. That's why I got two of them. I like the Canic over the Glock for the price. Shadow Systems are like super expensive Glocks. No, this one, I have a 45. It's in the safe right now. But this one here is actually the 43X with a ported barrel from Aim Surplus. It's got that little V6 port in it. This thing is sweet. Very sweet. And ever since I got the ports on that thing, it really, really took away the recoil. I used to feel a little snap when I was holding it. I'd feel the snap right here. You can kind of see a little bit of maybe you can see a little fucking mark. So when I was shooting that without the ported barrel, it was just giving me this little irritation. And ever since I got that ported barrel in there, none. That thing is super smooth. There's like almost, there's very, very little kickback on that now. So anybody ever interested in a ported barrel or so, definitely, definitely worth it. It really does take away that recoil. It really does. So yeah, them ports, totally, totally worth it. Timothy Bott says, I want the 43X next. Hell yeah, man. It's a great choice. It really is, man. It's really, really slim. It's really customizable too. They sell parts everywhere, for this 43X. And it's, hands down, I can run my 10 round mag, which is lighter than the 15 round. If I'm really looking to just slim down and carry something really, really light, like if I'm wearing basketball shorts or sweats. That's wild. I have to throw the porting on my XR920. Any porting on the SIG? Yeah, actually, my XL, it's ported with the metal Icarus frame. I got a few videos on my page. You can see how flat that thing shoots. It's pretty dope, man. And there's a, let me see. This is the place in Houston that does the porting. That's their website right there. And they'll do your porting and your Cerakoting for you. on all types of models. They offer for Glock, Canic, CZ, I think even Shadow Systems too. And they got a really quick turnaround, man. I sent it through UPS on a Saturday one day, and ended up getting it back like the following Saturday. So it's a pretty quick turnaround. Maybe it got so fast because it's in Houston and I'm in Austin. Is that the Holo? Yeah, this is one, the ACSS. That's it. That's pretty sweet. This thing is really, really sweet and crisp. I got it just because of the fact that it has that little circle and it has the dot in the middle, and it really helps with aim because like if you're a shitty, if you're kind of shitty aimer, that circle that's in there, it really helps. So when you don't see the circle, that's when your dot is lined up. But when you do see the circle around it, then that means you're a little bit off. So that little ACSS, from Primary Arms with Holosun combo, that thing is pretty cool. Glocks need the comp or port and a new trigger. And I like how the Sig macro comes with the comp and a flat trigger. Nah, man, it's true, man. It is really true. Glocks, man, they can really step it up a little bit. They really can, but at the same time, when you're known for reliability, it's like you ain't need to step. You don't gotta step up to anything. Your name, your brand speaks for itself. So I don't blame them. But at the same time, with all those Glocks that are being discontinued, there could be something new that's pretty cool coming up. Something new that's like maybe like a removable FCU, just how like that Ruger RXM is. Maybe that's how Glock is headed. Maybe that's what maybe that's what they're doing next to try to innovate. Springfield, with that Echelon, got that removable FCU. So does your Ruger RXM. Got your removable FCU. Sig removable FCU. So it just seems like a lot of brands are kind of going to that route there. Shit, even Taurus, man, with that little GX4, you can take that FCU out and put it into an aluminum frame, which is really, really sweet. Really sweet. I got the Palmetto Armor PSA dagger combo coming. What do you think of it? Man, PSA is a really, really good pickup. Now you got is it the regular dagger or is it the micro dagger? Because your regular dagger, that's your clone Glock 19, so you can't go wrong with that. Micro dagger's cool because it's that little nice little concealed carry. So Glock needs to update, innovate. No, totally 100% agree with you. I bought the Echelon instead of the Glock 2 to it being basically a Glock clone, but better. So I'll still buy the 43X though. Yeah, no. Yeah, I agree with you, Timothy. I was gonna go get me an Echelon too, but I had a Gen 3 that was plain stock black, and I sent it down to Slidework Engineering. They got me a Milford RMR and porting and a new Cerakote on the slide, and all of a sudden I feel like I got like a brand new whip now. So yeah, that's why I like my Glocks. But hey, that Echelon is very, very sweet. That was a great pickup. Great pickup. Eli Olson says he likes Glock because they're compatible with almost everything. And that's 100% true, man. There are so many aftermarket parts for Glock. So many. You can find them anywhere and everywhere. So yeah, no, that's Eli Olson, that's 100% true. Very compatible. Says the dagger and the Ruger take Glock part. Yeah, it's because Glock started it all, man. Glock started it all, and everybody else, just kind of followed suit. And built everything based off of that. So yeah, it's like that old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I think that's how Glock is thinking. But finally, they're starting to innovate. So my 365X, very snappy, and any upgrades I could do. You know what I did? This one here is the X model as well, and I have your this is your regular frame right here, the 12 one. Took that one out, put this one on there, and you can put weights in there too. There's 3 little weights that really helps it. So this really has a better balance. It's nice and balanced now, and I think due to the fact that I have better gripping on it and the little weights in there, that really did help. Get a Walther PDP. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, Walthers are, you know, that's top notch right there. Walther. I'll get there one day. You need to get the 1986 Glock 17 Gen 1 to collect. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a good one right there. Add a radiant comp to the 365. It takes like 40% recoil reduction. Yeah, no. Everything that I see on the radiant comp, it's all positive. So yeah, that's something that's in the works for me. For this one, and that's the only reason why I have not sent this one out to get porting yet, is because of the fact that I do plan on getting a radiant for it. And my buddy has this exact same one, and I convinced him to get porting. So once I get the Radiant, I'm gonna run all 3. I'm gonna run the Radiant, I'm gonna run that one, and I'm gonna run the XL. And by that one, I'm gonna run the version that's ported, just to see how they all run against each other. So I don't know. My Sig, I went shooting, it was too snappy. I tried rapid and to get a good grouping, but I couldn't. Really, dude. This one here, whenever I go and to the range, I always get good groupings on it. Always, I mean, honestly, in my opinion, I think it's doing in part to the fact that grip right there. This grip just get it. This thing just it hugs the shit out of your hands, and I would just look into a different grip because I got the same one, and I mean, I don't know, man. I got some videos on it too of me shooting this, and I don't really see, I just see something normal. I don't really see it as too much recoil. I honestly feel before, I mean, I do have the other barrel on this, and when these two run against each other, honestly, I feel this is less snappy than this one right here. So, I mean, that's my opinion. Maybe I'm holding it different. I don't know, but this one does weigh a little bit more than this one right here, though. So I think that's maybe that helps a little bit. It says that, yeah, a lot of people get the micro with the comp, and the larger grip, it's way better. Oh yeah, yeah. I got the regular sandpaper filling grip, all black. Yeah, I'm telling you, try that Wilson Combat. Try that Wilson Combat grip. The ergonomics on it and the grip on it, and the fact that you can put 3 tungsten weights out here in the back, and with those extra weights like that, it really gives it a whole nother balance. It really does. Yeah. So yeah, just look into that. I'll look into a new grip, Eli, cause man, I honestly this one really does feel good to shoot. Like, I was saying earlier, how this one just has a little too much snap. This one has more snap than that one. It really does. To me, to me, this one is more snappy than that one. So yeah, I would look into look into another grip. I found that grips really do help. Get the Macro Legion. It's perfect. Yeah. No, I would get the Macro Legion, but I ended up building my own version of the Macro Legion, which is my XL that's ported and with the metal Icarus frame and a red dot. That's my version of the Legion. Even though it costs just about the same, but that's my version of it. I like it. I like mine better because I feel like it's like my Batman gun because it's all black and it's just sweet, man. That Icarus frame on it is that's just icing on the cake. Says, do you run a light on your EDC? No, I don't. I'm just me personally. I'm just not a fan of lights. I like to just kind of keep it as minimal as possible. That's just my personal own preference. I mean, I've had a light on. I've had lights before, and I just never felt that it was comfortable. I always felt like it was just a little too big for me. I mean, again, this is all preference for me. But yeah, like Jacob is saying, me personally, I'm just not a fan of seeing what I'm shooting at. So yeah, like I just like to just go wild and just aim for the stars, like Jacob is saying. But no, in all seriousness, you know, I've never felt the need for a light. Yeah, and no, I've been in a few situations before, but in each of those situations, there was never enough time to turn on a weapon light, never. So that's just why my personal preference is just not to run a weapon light. So, nah, it's all good. Yeah, it's all good. Ain't no offense taken at all, Jacob. That was a pretty good, pretty cool statement if I could just roll it off of. I like to just shoot into the stars. Yeah, no, I'm on not too bad aim. Let me try to pan up a little bit. Now this here, with the exception of all this is about 400 rounds, and I didn't even switch targets. Rapid fire and all. So, not bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. So yeah, to your statement, Jacob. Yeah, you're partially correct. Sam says, "Do you carry? If so, do you carry a light with you?" No, I just like I was saying before. It's just yeah. Me personally prefer not to. I'm just not a fan of. Me personally, I like to just keep it as minimal as possible because I also wear tight ass clothing too because of my job. So just carrying something just big and bulky is it can be kind of hard for me sometimes. Staccato for the win. Hey, staccato will win every time. Yeah, staccato that's the upper echelon. That's the big dog right there. Jacob says, so are you looking for a light or you're worried about the size look into it? No, it's neither. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I just don't like, I mean, I've been running, firearms, for a while, even before I really started taking it seriously. And I've just never been a fan of lights. I know there are some people who are. Me personally, I'm just not a fan of it. Nicolás, el Marino. ¿Qué pasó, Nicolás? Buenas noches. Yeah, no, I'm just not a fan of a weapon light. Yeah, that's just my own personal preference. I mean, hey, maybe that might change in the future. I mean, who knows? But just I've had it before, and I've just never been a fan of a light. So that's my little take on weapon lights. I mean, everybody, everybody's entitled to their own opinion and to their own flavor. So, just like I like asada, some of my boys they like they like a pastor. So, some like carnitas, and it's okay. It's okay that we all have our own taste, our own flavor. Sig, my God, just not the 320. Oh man. Opinion opinion on the Glock 17. Glock 17, I love it. I love the Glock 17. The only problem for me with the Glock 17 is that it was poking my junk whenever I would carry it on my waistband. That's the only problem with my 17. That's why I had to dumb it down and go with the 45/19/43X. So yeah, that's my opinion on the 17. It's great. I love it, but not for a concealed carry. And I'm a big dude, man. I'm fucking 6'5", 225. So I can carry any full size weapon with me. But the thing what I look for is I look for something that's gonna be comfortable with me. There ain't no point in me carrying a full size rig if that's just gonna be uncomfortable. I don't care how good it shoots. So that's what I look for when I, conceal carry. I look for something that's gonna, be something that's gonna be comfortable. Something I can fucking fall asleep on the couch and fucking not even know that it's on me. It says you're 6'5" and you don't carry a light. Yeah, I don't. I don't carry a light. I don't need a light. Like I was saying before, I've been in situations before, nighttime situations, and there ain't no time to pull out your light, my boy. Let me tell you, there ain't no time to pull out your light when you're in a life and death situation like that. So that's just my personal preference again. Do you carry with a sidecar holster? Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do for the extra mag, because I also, I like to carry an extra mag with me. So yeah, sometimes I do just for the magazine, just to run a spare mag. Now see, even on the sidecar, you can put it up. You can run your mag and it ain't gonna poke your junk. It just, it rides a little bit higher, so it's actually kind of comfortable. To have a little sidecar for a mag on it. Let's see, it says Roy Driscoll said lights are highly recommended for identifying threats in the dark. I'm sure. Hey, and you're 100% correct. You're 100% correct. But me, I have a general rule, and I'm just gonna kind of keep that to myself. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna go out, in the fucking, middle of the dark or whatever. So I don't need a light. And if God forbid somebody were to come into my house, the first line of defense is my little fucking Yorkie dog. So my little Yorkie dog is gonna bite the shit out of somebody first, enough time for me to grab what I need to grab and turn on the lights. Timothy Ball, I'm out, bro. Hell yeah, I appreciate that. I really appreciate you for the sub, man. I'm trying to push out some new content. I'm actually pushing out new content, so yeah, thanks for following me on this journey. Springfield Hellcat, very lightweight. Yeah, Springfield Hellcat is a very, very lightweight, super slim, concealed carry. That's a great choice, Daniel Brown. This says Ryan says, just got here. What do we got going on? So I'm just shooting this shit, running a little comparison, my own personal opinion on a Glock versus Sig. And in my opinion, I love Sig and I love Glock. And man, I'd take Glock over Sig. Yeah, I love my Sig, but I would take Glock over the Sig. That's just how it is. I've never had a problem with my Glocks. Never. Never. 320s blow nuts off. Yep. 320s are definitely blowing nuts off. Nicolas. Después, look at my comment. No, what were you saying, Nicolas? El Marino. ¿Qué onda? ¿Qué estabas diciendo? Says, see, I've never had a problem with a 320. I think it's only the older models with the curved trigger. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. If you have a 320 that ain't got no problem, more power to you, brother. Because damn, I'd hate to have a 320 or a firearm that just has so many problems. It says, ¿tienes una AR-15 como los marinos? Yeah, I got about 3 or 4 of them. I got one in I got your regular standard 16. I got a 10-inch. I got a 7.5, and then I got a 5-inch one. So yeah, yo sí tengo AR-15 como los marinos. So yeah, to answer your question, Nicolas, I do. I mean, not as cool. So not as cool, because I put these all together myself. You know, they all work, they all function. So now I'm just gonna just start decking them out a little bit now that I know that they work and they function, they don't jam. Is Matthew Buck says, is that a Wilson? Yep, it is a Wilson combat frame. Yes, it is. It's pretty cool. Never owned one either, but based on my shooting habits in the Glock. Yeah, no, hey Ryan, if you're if you're if you're looking to make a purchase and you're in between the two, I'd go with Glock. I'd go with Glock. Glock just has that reputation, you know. Hey, boys in blue carry the Glocks. And there's a reason for that. Because they don't fucking break. Shareem, hey Shareem, if you're looking, actually, do you own anything, Shareem? Or are you looking to make a purchase? Get a Glock performance. Sure, I really like it on my. Yep. Oh yeah, Jacob is 100% correct, man. If you get a Glock, get that performance trigger. That performance trigger is sweetness. Very very sweet. When I run the performance trigger next to my Glock 19 Gen 3, it's just a night and day difference. Night and day difference. Shareem says, no, I don't own a gun. Hey, Shareem, if you don't, and if you're looking for your first purchase, one thing I'd recommend to anybody who's looking to make their first purchase is make sure it has an external safety on it. These, they don't have an external safety. These do, but I took it off at a different time. But I definitely recommend, somebody, especially someone who doesn't own a gun, get something with an external safety on it. And once you get comfortable and better, then you can go with Glock or something that doesn't have an external safety on it. You just you don't want to just jump into something like like a 2011 with a light trigger or something like that. You kind of want to work your way up. Now I saw you mention something about Canik. Canik has that new, that new little Mete MC9. That thing is really really sweet. They made that thing to compete, against your 365X's and your X macro. So yeah, if you're looking at Canik, that's definitely a good choice. The MC9 Prime comes ported. Yeah, that MC9 Prime 2, very very sweet, especially for first time shooters or new shooters, somebody who's not used to that recoil. getting something that's ported is definitely gonna help new shooters. It's gonna make for a better shooting experience. Shreem, thank bro. Yeah, not a problem, man. Not a problem. I'll do whatever I can to try to give you the best info that I can. So yeah, is the 1301 gas power. But yeah, just yeah, just external safety. That's just one thing that I can't throw enough emphasis on for, first time gun buyers. Get an external safety. That'll really help, because you can practice, you can put it on safety, you can take it off, you can practice your dry fires. But yeah, I just recommend an external safety. Gotta go. Here's the morning. Work, work, work. Hell yeah, man. Go get that work, man. Go get that money, man. Go get that money, man. Thanks for tuning in. I really, really appreciate it. Yeah, go get that work, man. Go get that money, man. Because without work, we can't do nothing. We can't even eat good. We could eat, but we can't eat good. So yeah, work is good. Without work, I can't have new toys. By the way, thanks again, sir. Yeah, thank you. Hey, I very much appreciate you for for joining our little discussion here. Very much appreciate it. Appreciate everybody, each and every one of you, for joining us in our little bullshit talk. Do you carry any medical on you? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to admit that or not. But yeah, it's Texas, man. It is Texas, so no. It's Texas, so you already know. Texas is it's the wild, wild west. As long as you oh shit, hey, no, that's true, man. That is so true. As long as you ain't carrying a load of 320 on you, you good. You fuck around and just bump a wall or something and bah! Oh shit. What was it, me or was it the dank? Oh man. I thought the new MC9 is the Prime or Pro that comes ported. Yeah, the MC9, it comes in like 3 different variants, I believe. I believe one comes like a small one like this, and then your L, and then you have your ported one, which is the Prime, I believe. Looks like a Taurus. Which one looks like a Taurus? That one or that one? Looks like a Taurus. Yeah, it's a Taurus in disguise. Salina girl, what up? Said, all right, bro, I'm gonna send you a sub. Hitting the hay. Stay dangerous, bro. Hell yeah, dog. Good looking out for the sub. And hell yeah, I say the same shit, man. Stay dangerous, man. Fuck staying safe. Stay dangerous, man. Stay locked and loaded, head on the swivel at all times. Do you see PSA is releasing the Bison clone tomorrow? Oh shit. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I seen a picture of it. That shit is fucking dope. Speaking of Taurus, I love my TX22. Yeah, that TX22 is dope, man. They have this I think it's a new one I was looking at. It's a TX22. I think it's a compact. That thing is sick, man. That thing looks really, really cool. Dean Tark says, oh, the 2-color one. No, this one here is it's a Sig 365X. The 2-tone one, look, it got the X stamp on it. 365. Yeah, yeah. If you think it looks like a Taurus, it's a 365X. But yeah, what Dean was saying, SIGs go off without pulling the trigger. Some do, not these. With that one right there, I beat it to shit. Boom, 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 boom. Beat it to shit for science, and it didn't go off. So, I'm gonna I'm gonna run another test on it where I'm gonna run that shit over with the excavator at work, and I'm gonna drop it off of a fucking I'm gonna drop it off the top of a roof of one of the new builds, just for the fuck of it, just to see if it really is gonna go off. But I honestly feel that it's gonna break before it goes off, cause I've already like kind of beat it to shit. Daniel Brown says, have you heard if the 365 has issues? No, the 320 does? No. Hola, Felicia. Living in NH, you get 6 half off. I got the X5 Legion 320. What? For 520? God damn, that's a fucking steal. Yeah, if you got that X Legion, you know, for 520 bucks, dude, you got a deal, man. Felicia says Glock. Hell yeah. Glock gang, baby. Yeah, I like my Glocks too. I got a few different ones. Trap boy says Sig. Yeah. Oh man, fucking Jacob says there's a reason why it's 520. Yeah, I know, right? Fucking 320s. They're trying to just do whatever they can to fucking just push them out, man. Find a Sig friend and get them to purchase you, and they'll get 40 to 50% off. Oh shit. Damn, shit. I'm gonna have to get me a fucking friend that works for Sig, man. I'm gonna get more 365 stuff. I don't know about 320s, but yeah, I'm a 365 fan. I love me the 365. Matthew Buck says, do you own a 26? Nah, I don't, man. I only own three different Glocks. It's a 45, 19, and the 43X. And I did own the 17, but I got rid of it because I think it was just too long for concealed carry. I think it was poking my junk. So yeah, I had to get rid of it. I think the 365 is my next purchase for EDC. With thoughts on the M&P 2.0 full-size metal. My thoughts on the M&P full-size metal. My thoughts are, go get it. M&P got a sick ass trigger on it. M&P, to me, they got like one of the best triggers out, and especially if you're getting that metal frame with it, I would get that over, you know, I'd get that over a 365 any day. Dre, he is saying something in like fucking Taliban language. Nah, I'm just kidding though. I don't know, it doesn't come up in English, whatever Dre is saying. The Sig 320s are great, only the original basic model has problems. Never seen the Legion or Spectre comps have problems. Man, I think that, I think there's some truth to that statement right there. You know, I've never seen any, you know, Legions or any Spectre comps. Dean Tark says, I hate SIGs with a burning passion. Damn. You must have had a discharge on. You must have that shit go off and hit you in the leg or something. If you hate them with a burning passion. And if you did, damn, that sucks, man. That really does suck. Says we got a Sig simp in the chat. Yeah, fucking Jacob, dog. How you know that I'm a Sig simp, man? I'm not fucking give myself up that easy. Nah, no. What do you think of the 19? Is doable for the summer or just go with the 43X? The outspoken introvert. So me, I do both. I got 43X and I got the 19, and I switch them over for both. You know, my 19 I can carry it in jeans, you know, to church or whatever. When I have my 43X, that's when I'm wearing like basketball shorts, or like, you know, when I'm wearing my work clothing, because I gotta wear slacks and a fucking collared shirt, so it's a little bit tighter. That's where this one comes into play, because it's just really skinny, really light. So That's why I switched between the 19 and the 43X. 9/11 supremacy. Oh shit. So Felicia says, I'm not a Sig fan because of the 320s. I like their other guns, but I don't like that they take. Yeah, no, man, that's some pretty fucked up shit. How they just go ahead and just blaming everybody else. If they would have came up and just like took ownership on it and just say, you know what, I fucked up, we fucked up, we're gonna take care of everybody. That shit would have really turned everything around. For them just to be accountable for their own fuck ups, that shit would have really made a difference. But when you sit there and try to blame everybody else for your own fuck ups, yeah, I could see why. So that's why I never got me a 320. It's like God was like keeping me away from the 320. Cause I still remember that one day that dude at Academy was fucking doing his hardest to convince me to get a 320. And I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I went the Glock route. So they don't take any responsibility for it. I asked when I was doing the Sig Academy rifle and pistol course, and they denied it 110%. Yeah, it's fucked up, man. It's fucked up how they ain't taking responsibility for their fuck ups. It sucks, and that's what's really like fucking dragging them down right now. It's like you go on fucking the internet, and that's all that you see is just, you know, people talking shit on Sig. Sig this, Sig that. Sig's gonna shoot your balls off. Shit, Sig's gonna shoot your fucking dog. Shit, Sig's gonna shoot your leg. Yeah. Yep, I get it, man. Fix the one model and the rest is tweet. Yeah, they should have totally fucking just took responsibility, man. They should have did that shit, and you know, they would have been in a good position. You know, everybody loves a fucking redemption story, and that could have been theirs, man. They could have redeemed themselves and been like, hey, we fucked up, but here's how we're gonna make it right, and here's how we're gonna move forward. They didn't do any of that shit, so that's why people fucking hate them. Let's see, the Romeo 1 Pro on the 365. No, that's the Romeo Elite. Yeah, it's the Romeo Elite. My 1911 has lived through 7 wars, 93 deployments, 5 divorces, 18 cases. Hell yeah. Hey, your fucking 1911 is gangsta, dog. Fucking T Grizzly. That's a gangsta ass 1911 you got. That was been through some shit. What do you think about Hellcats? I like them. I mean, my buddy has one. I hate the fucking trigger. I think the trigger is very mushy, so I wouldn't get a Hellcat. Me, personally. Then again, you know, this is my personal opinion. You know, maybe you don't think that, but that's just how I think. And it's cool. You know, it's okay. You know, I think they're good, but I just don't like the trigger. And that's okay, because there's a lot of people who think these are good, but their triggers are fucking trash. So, it's okay. I love my Hellcat, but they're snappy. Real snappy. It's a hit or miss for my people and how it feels on their hands. Try the different models if you can see how they... Yeah, you know what? You know, the way how you feel with your Hellcat being snappy is how I felt towards this 43X. I felt it was a little too snappy. And then I got that ported barrel on it, and it just took away that snap. So, maybe try that Hellcat, you know, that Hellcat Pro comp. That little comp that it has on there, and that's gonna help. Dean Tark says, damn, that fool's a baller, dog. That fool carries a 10 fucking rack. Artemis? Damn. Yeah, that's baller shit, dog. My life is worth more than 10 grand. Hell yeah, my life is too, dog, but I don't know about carrying a fucking a $10,000 piece like that. I'd be more, honestly, I'd be more afraid of dropping that motherfucker than lighting somebody up with it. Because let's all be honest, it's gonna be kind of rare that we all fucking light somebody up. We all prepare for it, but it's gonna be a very rare occasion that each and every one of us get to light somebody up. So let's keep it 100. Pro comp. Yeah, no, there's a lot of people that Hellcat Pro comp, a lot of people have it. And I think that comp is what, just what sold a lot of people. Cause just like like that white GTI was saying, that thing has a little bit of snap to it. It really does, man. Scratched guns still shoot. Yeah, no, you're 100%, and so do high points, and so do little 22s. They still shoot. They still go boom. But yeah, no, me personally, I couldn't see myself carrying, every day a fucking $10,000 Artemis. Says no, high points don't shoot. You're crazy, my boy. You ain't never been to fucking LA. You ain't never been to fucking, you ain't never been to the hood, dog. Cause in the hood, they got high points with fucking electrical taped up all around the handles, and somehow, some way, those things are working and being passed around the hood. So yeah, high points, they do shoot, my boy. They really do. They may not shoot straight and accurate, but they're gonna shoot, and they're gonna take somebody with them. May not be the person that it's intended for, but they're gonna take somebody with them. They jam though. Yeah, they do though. They jam all the time, but somehow, some way, they still spit off around, and it still ends up in somebody, whether it's the intended target or somebody innocent. Them high points do shoot. It's like them dudes, that'll say, oh man, a 22 ain't accurate. I mean, it's not adequate enough. A 22 ain't gonna drop nobody. Yeah, okay. Go tell that innocent woman lady, cop from Chicago that got her life taken away from a Glock 44, that little cheap ass 22. Yeah. Go tell a bunch of the homies out in LA that lost their lives over a little deuce. People in the ghetto never hit their intended target. You're correct, man. You are very correct. But we're not talking about intended targets. We're talking about if these things are gonna go off or not. And these piece of shit things do go off. Even if they ain't hitting their intended target, they are going off. Yeah, they ain't hitting their, they ain't hitting their fucking intended target, or at least for the most part. But yeah, they are gonna go off. A lot of people like the Flux Legion chassis. Yeah, man, that Flux Legion chassis, man, it's cool, man. It's almost like having, it's almost like having a little ARP almost that you can just throw your fucking Sig in. And you can just shoulder it. Hell yeah, man, those chassis are pretty cool. I'll fucks with them. Even even Glock has this little badass chassis too. So Matthew Buck says, concealed carry is the journey. The longer you do it, the better you understand what works as far as gun size and holsters if you're trying to carry all every day. And you're correct, Matthew, because when I first started carrying, I first started carrying, a Glock 17, and for me sitting down and standing up, I felt it was just pinching my side or pinching my junk too much. So you're correct there. It is a journey. And then from the 17, I dumbed it down to the 19, and I felt that the 19 was the most comfortable for me. So off of that 19, it turned into a 45, and from that 45, it turned into the 43X. So yeah, Matthew Buck it's 100. He's 100% correct. It is a little journey, man. And the better you understand what works for you, the more understanding you'll get of what's better to carry for you. It says, yeah, I have a box eating my chicken. Damn. Oh man, that's pretty dope, man. Where are you guys tuning in from? Me, from Texas, Austin, Texas. So yeah, there's a lot of land and shit out here. But this guy says he has a fox eating his chickens. That sucks, man. Goddamn fox. Foxes are cool, but chicken is your food, man. You don't want them things eating your food. I don't know. My dad carries a full-size Glock. Benefits of being fat. No, hey man, I'm big. I'm big. I'm a pretty tall dude, man. I'm about 6'5", like 220, and I'm a pretty big dude. And even a full-size Glock 17 for me was just a little uncomfortable. Just a little uncomfortable. So yeah, that's why I had to kind of dumb it down, to the 19, or the 43X. And I'm a pretty big dude too, so yeah, I can carry full size all day, every day. But like I was saying before, for me, it comes down to what's comfortable. And if I'm gonna carry something if I'm gonna be carrying something all day, I need it to be comfortable. I need it to be light. Shit, I need in the back of my head, I like to think that it's not there, but it is there. You get what I'm saying? Hiking, I carry the 20. It's not bad. Just need a good holster and baggy clothing. Helps conceal. Yeah. Yeah. Then that's what I like about, the different variants. 45 or your 19, that's your full size, when it comes to width and everything and grip wise. And you got your 43X, which is a lot smaller. You can put that in basketball shorts, or even like, for slacks, like if, you wear slacks for work, or like a fucking polo shirt, something that's a little tighter. You ever get the Cubo holster out of Texas? No, I haven't, man. In fact, I've been seeing a lot of his stuff online, man. That Cubo guy, pretty fucking cool, man. I seen he had this fuse that's fucking ported and has a comp on it. Man, that thing is sick, man. That thing is very, very sick. Very, very cool. I had 2 High Point 40s. Bought them britches for $10 worth of some. Oh man, we got a $10 High Point. Damn. If you had a $10 High Point, that shit had like fucking 10 bodies on it, and like fucking 30 attempted murders, and fucking. Man, that one had the hood special right there. $10 fucking strap. Oh shit. 907 Reaper says, I don't like the way Glock feels in my hand. Great gun, but I'll take a piece 365 views over a Glock. And that's a great choice, my boy, 907 Reaper. Great choice, man. I'm a fucking big time Sig fan. I love my Sigs. I love my Sig. Sam May says, they have awesome designs. I get their holsters, and then the Vulcan works. Does amazing work on staccato. Oh shit. What's your opinion on carry bags? Oh man, don't get me started on carry bags. No, not because I'm a man. So my opinion on carry bags, kind of gay. So yeah, no. To me, carry bags, they're like a man purse. I come from the old school. Even though I'm 38 years old, I come from the old school where we carry that shit on our waist. So I don't know about those carry bags. Do you target? Yeah, I appendix carry and I carry on my side, but more or less, on the appendix, that's where I felt it is just the most comfortable at, and I just felt that'd be the quickest place that I can reach for and grab it if I ever needed it. Fuse is my baby. Bought it 3 months ago and already have 2,000 rounds through it. Only issue I had was some return to back. Oh, dude, I've had the same little issue that you had. And where's my bag at? I got the 21 round stick too. Let me see. Let me try to pop it out really quick. But yeah, no, I got that. I got the 21 rounder. Oh, here it is. So yeah, look, I got the 21 rounder, and I've had man, I don't know why the fuck, but I've had that same little issue only with that stupid mag right there, with that 21 rounder. Do you carry with it? Hell yeah. Do you carry around with in the chamber? You're supposed to carry around in the chamber. Dude, somebody comes up to you, you're not gonna have a chance to rack your shit. If someone comes up to you pulling out a strap, you ain't gonna have a chance to pull your shit out and rack it. You're gonna have to pull it out and just press the button and get to work. You're not gonna have time to rack your shit. So I would never, ever, ever recommend anybody not to carry one with around in the chamber. Always, always, always carry one in the chamber. Always. I would only use a carry bag in the gym because that would be much easier. You know what, Felicia, based off of that opinion, if you're a woman, it makes sense for you to carry, one of those type of bags. But just in my personal opinion, I wouldn't. But it makes sense if you're a woman and you do carry that bag. It makes 100%. It makes total sense because it's very, it's unsuspecting. Ain't nobody gonna know when you carrying your thing in there. They're gonna think it's a fucking purse or something like that. So, yeah, that's just my take on those bags. Me personally, I'm just not a fan. Sam A says he likes carry bags. He has a Gucci mini backpack. Has grades for, yeah, hell yeah. But also, if you have a Gucci backpack, that's also, that also is drawing attention to you. So I'd be a little bit careful. Ain't nothing wrong with flossing, but a Gucci bag, that's a whole nother ball game. Especially like a Gucci backpack. Says I got a 3-year-old son. Oh yeah, especially if you have a family, you want to make sure you're carrying with you all the time. Reber says a 20 round mag. I've had multiple. Man, dude, oh my god, it pisses me off. I paid $70 for this fucking magazine, man. I have a stupid receipt in my car. I'm so pissed. $70 for this fucking stick right here, dog. $70 fucking dollars, man. Fucking Sig be taking advantage of us, man. But you know what? It's alright. You live and you learn. And that's why I'm letting you guys know, so that you guys can learn off of me, if that helps. Problem with your bags is everyone into gun knows your Merce has a gun in it. If you are a guy. Yep, I totally agree, Matthew. And that's why I was saying, like, if that other, if Felicia's a woman and she carrying that bag, it's very unsuspecting. They're gonna, any other person will think, oh, makeup, cell phone, or whatever. They ain't gonna know a woman's packing heat. Because, let's be honest, no one really expects a woman to be carrying a little thing on them. So a woman carrying a thing on them, that's the element of surprise. That's the shit that'll catch you off guard. You'll be like, oh shit, she's packing. I have a Sig, and it's on me 24/7. Hell yeah, random tatty. I sleep with the 365 appendix, carry it on my Hell yeah, I like that guy. He's cool, man. Yeah. Got a 365. Yeah, me too, man. I love my 365, man. I love it so much, I went and got another one. So I got the X and the XL. Like them both, man. Very, very modular, man. There's just so much you can do with them. The one thing that I hate of, dude, man, I am so with you right there on Reaper. I'm so with you. Man, fucking mag prices are so out of fucking control, man. Even the 17 round mag, the 17 round mag is $49.99. Fucking bastards, huh? Sick, man. Fucking sick. Try the hunt. Oh yeah, see now. See, we think we're hurting. Dean is over there like, fuck you guys, man. I gotta spend $100 on staccato mags. Nah, but hey, shit, you can buy a staccato like that. $100 magazines ain't shit, dog. But yeah, no, it's $100 mags. That's crazy, man. I feel for you though. $100 mags, damn. I thought we had the bag with our fucking $70 mags, but damn, $100 mags. So they make a holster for women called the fish bang that hangs off your bra. Oh my god. Isn't that gonna make the girls' titties look bigger though? I mean, I don't know. You carry something like that in the middle, I would assume it's just gonna make them pop out more. Probably not a good idea. I can get 6 mag pull mags for my AR for the price of 1 Sig mag. For real, man. You are not fucking kidding, man. Says you go to Cabela's, you can go get mags for like half. Yeah, even shit. And even when I had bought this one, when I had bought this thing, I had got an email like, a week later from Palmetto saying that they have, a super sale, whatever, and they were letting theirs go for $49.99. I was like, motherfucker, man. So with tax and shipping and everything, it would have been was gonna come out to like, I think it was like 62 out the door or something like that, which is still not bad, but I'm glad I didn't get it yet because I wanted to try this one out first, and I'm glad I did because this one was giving me a little bit of problems. When I slapped my 17 round mag back up in there, I had no problems. So I'm thinking it's this fucking mag right here. Cause I also seen that other dude, that Cubo tactical dude, when he was trying out his fuse and that 21 round mag, he was also having the same little problems I'm having. So I don't know. The aftermarket Glock slide is not good, dude. Dean, man, you ain't bullshitting, man. I've been actually been experiencing. I've been getting light primer strikes with this, and I didn't. Whenever I had the other original 43X slide, never once had a light primer strike. So I actually have 2 springs coming in the mail that are a little bit. They got a little bit more power to them. Cause yeah. Oh, this model right here is the 43X. But yeah, like Dean is saying, man, aftermarket slide on Glock, man, it's just not reliable. I'm starting to fucking find that out too, because I wanted to get an optic on mine. I just didn't want to send it out to get milled. So yeah, I'm getting a light primer strike, every 2 magazines or so. So yeah, I gotta get a stronger spring. Just go back to stock. Nah, that's what I was thinking of, but I like this slide, and I don't know. I'm gonna give it a few more go at it, and if it's not reliable, I'm just gonna scrap it and I'm gonna start a new little project. I already got my eyes on someone else. So I might end up scrapping this one, and then I might end up just, you know, going off of the MC9 Prime. So yeah, I'm gonna, once I get them springs in, I mean, if that doesn't solve it, I'm just gonna scrap it. Just call it a day. Fuck it, throw it away. Change the spring inside the slide. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I got two heavier springs coming in. Cause I'm only getting it, you know, it's weird because you know, I'll run a full mag and it runs no problem. I'll put and then I'll put a mag in and I'll get one light primer strike. And then I'll put a new mag in and it'll run. And then it'll run and then I'll get another light primer strike. I'm like, what the fuck, man? So you know, I'm thinking it has to do with that weak ass spring, and maybe so, because I got a shitload of rounds through this thing. I've already put probably like 2,000 rounds or more through it. So it's had a, you know, it's seen its fair share of range time. But yeah, yeah, Sam, that's what I'm working on right now. I got a new spring coming in on Monday, I think, from NDC Performance. Says I had the same problem. Glock aftermarket slides with light primer strikes. I switched out the firing pin. Yeah, shit. And that's one thing that I was. See, I have the original Glock firing pin in there, and that's what I was kind of in between. I wasn't sure if I should get the upgraded one or if I should just keep the Glock one and just get a heavier spring. So I'm gonna actually take that advice you got right there, Sam. I'm gonna start looking for a new firing pin. Cause I should actually have an extra one for the 43X. You know, I do have them for my 19 and my 45, so I should have an extra one for this. But yeah, if that spring doesn't work, I'll try that firing pin. And if not, fuck it, I'm just gonna scrap this little 43X and start on something new. That'd be cool. Been kind of finding a reason to start a new little project anyways. A new little everyday carry. So that's what I'm basically, that's what I make my channel about, is about, you know, just regular everyday carry, you know, firearms. So that's yeah, that MC9 may be my next one. But yeah, if you guys ain't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Let's try to push up the algorithm. If you ain't subscribed, let's go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Let's get these to 20 likes at least. That'd be dope. It says, do you carry inside or outside? I carry on my waist, inside. We're in Texas, so we can open carry anywhere we need to, but I choose to carry on my waist. I find it more comfortable to carry on my waist. Oh, damn, it's already 11. All right, well, everybody, I got to get ready to go to work. I got work tomorrow. I'm just a regular working man. So, thanks for everybody tuning in. And anybody, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be trying to run this back every night, shoot the shit, do little comparisons on everyday carries. So, if you ain't subscribed, hit that subscribe button right now. And we'll go ahead and we'll catch you up on the next one. Have a good night, everybody. Peace. See you later. Have a good night. God bless everybody. Later.